Farms, obviously, bestie. They're one of the most important things to have in a Minecraft world. You get the right farms up and running nice and early, and you'll be set until the end of time. My name is Waddles, and friend, that's where I come in today. Today, we will be taking a look at 8 of the most crucial starter farms for your world, fully updated for Minecraft in 2026. 3 important little disclaimers before we dive into the farms. Today's video, every farm is for Minecraft Java and the Minecraft Bedrock edition, save for one. I'll let you know which one of those farms it is when we get to it, but who knows, maybe by the end of the year, this farm will work on the other version too. The beautiful farms we're checking out today are designed with early game in mind. If you're looking for that late game netherite grinder, that creeper mama or something, well, check out my tutorial playlist. I've got other tutorials. And then finally, of course, last but not least, most importantly, disclaimer number 3, the like button is also a good luck button. Smack that like button for good luck all year, in game and in the real world. Alright, so for today's farms, I figured I would do something a little bit different. If you're going to build every single farm that we'll be taking a look at today, these are all of the materials you'll need to get. A little bit more explanation with the materials as we go farm by farm. Wattle Member Club, an exclusive download from me to you. There's one of this world out right now. Early off in a Minecraft world, obviously, food is one of the first things you're going to want to take care of. If you happen to spawn near a taiga biome or anywhere that you can find sweet berries, this is the farm for you. Down on my hotbar there are all of the materials that you will need to find to gather up to make this farm. This one is a super simple sweet berry farm. We're going to start by placing some kind of thing down. It could be a fence, or you could even just use solid building blocks. You're going to want to double that up, and then in between those two things, we're going to place 16 sweet berry bushes. We basically have 2 rows of 8 here. Then finally, to top this all off for aesthetics, but also for function, we will go ahead and place a slab over everything here just like that. Go ahead and skip a block and then do that one more time over, then skip another block and do that one more time over. When you're said and done with this thing, 48 sweet berry bushes planted, and you'll be golden when it comes to food until mid-late game. Obviously here, sweet berries aren't the best food in the entire game, but with these blocks placed safely above them, you'll never get poked by the bush again. And with each single sweet berry plant yielding 2 to 3 berries per plant, 1 harvest, and you're fully stacked. Maybe come back around to this thing more mid-late game, and you could convert it to an easy emerald farm too. But obviously, sweet berries aren't the only way you could get food. Maybe this one's a little bit better. At least depending on what you have and your long-term goals, that is. In order to build this food farm, you're going to need all of the materials inside of this chest right here and your favorite type of crop that you'd like to plant. Optionally speaking, if you're at the point in the game where you have beehives, get one of those and 4 flowers too. In order to build yourself Minecraft's best easy crop farm, well, we're going to want to start by finding an area of land that is relatively flat and open. Place a temporary block, 1 more and 1 more. After that, dig a block down right next to them, jump into the hole, break the bottom 2 temporary blocks, and place a dispenser facing straight down to the ground. After that, jump out of the hole, fill it back in, break a hole under the dispenser, put water, and then a slab on top of it. Any type is good. Then we can get rid of that block and place a wall right below the dispenser. Now, water, if you've messed with crop farms before, I'm sure you have, you know it has an interesting property. It can hydrate land up to 4 blocks away. Using a hoe, we'll go ahead and till land 4 blocks out from that slab, and then do it all the way over, skipping only the corner spot. And we'll actually skip the corner spot on every single corner in this little circular farm plot. After that, pick your favorite slab of choice, whatever aesthetic you want to go with it, and do slabs all the way around your new crop circle. Once you've done all of that, all you have left to do is place a button on the dispenser, and inside of it, a water bucket. Then you pick your favorite type of crop or form and plant them all over the ground. Now, there are a couple of optional upgrades you can make to this farm. If you'd like to, place some torches around your slabs on the outside to increase the light level. You could even place them on the dispenser. That'll make crops grow quicker. If you're able to, place a bee nest or a beehive on top of your dispenser, and then in the corners, place some flowers. Lure 3 or so bees over to your farm. Let them pollinate the flower. Allow them to drift across your crops back to home sweet home, and they'll actually speed up the growth of your crops too. To harvest this farm, once it is set and ready, press the button on the dispenser, back up, and let the water do its thing. Press the button again to pick up the water, run around, pick up the seeds, and repeat until the end of time. Now, obviously, once you run that farm for a little bit of time, you're going to be piled up in wheat, and that's where my favorite farm of all time comes in. The Cow Crusher. This right here is what I'm calling Cow Crusher 2.0 or maybe 3.0. Grab these supplies. Any random building block will work. Now, I said that one farm does not work on Bedrock Edition, and today that is unfortunately the Cow Crusher. Cow Crushers do not work on Bedrock Edition because there is no entity cramming in 2026, at least right now. It's a little bit sad. If you didn't catch our build here, we're going to start with a chest in the ground, hopper going into it, above the chest a staircase, and then solid building blocks all the way around. In the bottom down here, we'll place a water bucket, and then to get our mobs in a little bit easier, we might want to build up one extra row of blocks. We'll place a couple of temporary blocks walking up to this thing so we can get mobs up there. Now it's cow time. We're gonna need to find not one, but actually two, or as many cows as you'd like to, lure them up inside of this thing, and then, well, yeah, actually get them inside of it. We will need to at least start with two. You'll lure the first cow up the staircase and nudge it in a circle until it falls in. Cow number two, well, that's actually going to be a lot easier. With your first cow inside of the thing, feed it a little bit of wheat, feed the mad lover a little bit more wheat, and it'll jump right in. Finally, the last part that you need to do here, it could be a little bit tricky, but you need to basically spam place a fence on the side of one of your temporary blocks. Not there. We're going to spam place a fence on one of these blocks right there until it doesn't glitch out of my hand. This can take a couple of tries, but give it a little bit of time and it'll definitely work. After you've done that and you have something looking like this, place a ladder on the side so you can jump up and down to feed the cows. And then, yeah, you've probably seen one of these things in action. Wait for your cows to be ready to make love again, stand on top of it, and with wheat, all you need to do is breed the cows. Just like I've got going in my currently 650-day-old survival world, when your farm is fully functional, it'll work something like this right here. You breed the cows, you get free beef and leather inside of the chest. Cook the food up, and then you've got yourself the best food in the entire game. Nice and early. Now, our next farm today, this is actually one I've been meaning to build in my survival world for so long. Now, little disclaimer, this actually might be our most advanced build today, but I promise you, you can handle it. It's very simple. Get these supplies. You are going to want to build this build in a grassy area, especially if you don't have Silk Touch quite yet. Pick a spot, then dig down into the ground 2 blocks, then 2 more blocks. At the bottom of this hole here, we'll place a chest, and then going into that chest, we'll place a hopper. Out of that hopper, going side to side into the other blocks, we'll place a rail, and then a minecart with a hopper inside of it. Now, this part is where you're going to need grass blocks here. We need a grass block up on top of that hopper minecart, so if you don't have grass, well, then just place a dirt block down on top of the hopper minecart and wait for it to turn to grass. Next up, it's redstone time here. We're going to want to place an observer staring at the grass block once it eventually turns to a grass block. On top of that observer, looking forward, a dispenser. Inside of the dispenser, a pair of shears. Behind the observer, smooth stone, redstone dust on top of it, and just about voila. Now, in order to make your grass consistently grow a little bit quicker, we might want to fill in around this block with even more grass blocks. That could include on top of it. Don't fully block it in though, break a block out so you can reach the chest. Finally, we're going to want to take a little bit of glass here. Technically, this back one could be a solid block, and place the glass down. Get a sheep solidly inside of this pen, lure it in just like you did with the cows a second ago, and then all you need to do is wait. As soon as that sheep eats the grass, every single time, the dispenser with the shears inside of it will harvest it, the minecart will pick it up and put it in the chest. In order to make your grass grow a little bit quicker at nighttime, maybe place a torch or 2 around this thing. And this is a beautiful farm that you could definitely tile over, meaning you could just take this exact build that you just built and build it exactly identically right next to it. You know how it goes, do the whole build over 16 times, and then all of a sudden you've got yourself an easy automatic block farm. Easy automatic block farm, easy automatic sugarcane mama farm, built out of just these materials right here. No joke, the sugarcane farm is one of my favorite farms that you could build in all of Minecraft. We're going to go ahead and start by digging a couple of blocks down into the ground again. We'll place a chest and a hopper going into it. Then, on top of that hopper this time, we'll place a block of mud. Right behind that block of mud, we'll place a staircase and then put a little bit of water inside of that staircase. Now it's time for a little bit of redstone and building blocks. Right above the staircase, solid building block with a piston facing forward. Then on top of the piston, an observer facing in the same direction. Right behind the piston, solid building block with a redstone dust on top of it. Now we're going to plant a sugarcane on the mud block and then place glass or any kind of solid building block all the way around it. But I love to do glass because then you can see into the farm and watch it work. Now give this farm a little bit of time, the sugarcane will grow up, and then when it does, the piston will automatically break the cane. The cane will fall to the ground, and because mud is less than a block, the hopper will pick everything up. The cool thing about this farm, just like I talked about with the sheep one, if you were to tile this over, like build it again and again and again, well, you could easily get the even more efficient paper farm a very early game. And if you're not a big fan of just making maps or cake, well, I'll talk about why you want to do this in just a few minutes. Heyo, Bessie, we're over halfway through the farms today. If you haven't yet, smash like. Remember, it'll give you good luck. Alright, now our next farm that I'd like to take a look at, you've got options. If you're by a desert, you could use a camel. If you're not by a desert, you could use any rideable mob, but ideally a fast horse. Craft a saddle, craft a spear. The better the spear, the better this will go. Now after that, to perform this farm, I recommend finding an area of your world that is flat and open. A plains biome, a desert biome, maybe a savanna. Inside of one of these biomes, we will find a horse or rideable mob. We will hit the horse, and you can watch around how quickly it runs around is going to show off its speed. But what am I saying? Don't hit the horse. Just jump on top of the horse time and time again until it likes you. Eventually, the horse will love you. Put a saddle on it, and then you can control the horse. Make sure it's nice and quick. And then it's time for midnight. Now, to show this off, I'm not going to use any armor at all, but ideally, maybe you have like a little bit of iron armor on. At nighttime here, equipped with a diamond spear, so that's going to cost me 1 diamond. At nighttime, if I was looking for maybe a little bit of experience or basic mob loot, all I really need to do is ride around on a horse at nighttime with a spear and time your charge attacks just right. Maybe try your best to avoid creepers, they kind of explode. But you know, run around on a spear on a horse at nighttime, use the charge attack on mobs, and voila, that's all you've got to do. As long as you hold down run and you like stay moving, watch out for things like zombie horses with spears. Skeletons can be a little bit dangerous too, but for the most part, you should be able to take out mobs pretty easily. I guess I forgot to say that, yeah, you might want to have a little bit of food for this method too. You're going to take some damage. It's inevitable. Early game though, to be honest, this is probably the best XP farm that you can build by, well, like not even having to build a single thing at all. Next up here, once you've been in your world for a little bit of time, you're bound to have things that you're going to want to smelt up. If that is the case, place a block of dripstone with pointed dripstone down below it, facing into a cauldron. Then on top of that block of dripstone, solid building blocks all the way around it, lava right there, and you've got yourself an automatic fuel source. Now, my favorite thing about this one is there are so many different ways that you could customize the design and make it look a little bit more fancy. It'll take some time, but with lava above dripstone on pointed dripstone, you'll get a lava cauldron. The beautiful thing about this farm, other than the fact that it farms you the best fuel source in the entire game, well, actually, you could use the farm to make more of it. If you picked up more dripstone and pointed dripstone when you went to the dripstone cave biome, well, then you could easily use one lava source to make even more lava sources and continue that forever. And finally, last things last today, the easiest way to get emeralds in the entire game. All you're going to need to do is borrow a villager from the local village, get a cartography table, and then some building blocks and light around it. Look, man, so what I've done for this one here is I have a villager trapped into a trading stall right here. I have solid blocks all the way around it, fences right here, slabs on top and a little bit of light, and then I put a trap door right above the workstation right here so no baby zombies can ever jump in here. This villager is 100% safe, and it will always be safe if set up like this. Though, how dare I forgot to say you might want a crafting table for this one. Now, you remember that sugarcane farm that I showed you how to build earlier today? Well, tile that over a couple of times, and you'll have a lot of sugarcane. Then, you could take a lot of sugarcane over to the crafting table and make a lot of paper, and then every single cartographer villager at level 1 will sell you or want to buy from you 24 paper. This is the easiest emerald farm that you can make in the entire game, and it will always work. Even better here, maybe, if you happen to live by a desert biome, after you've leveled up this villager one time, you have another good trade. By leveling up cartographer build, over here, one time, we will have this glass pane trade as well. And if you made that automatic fuel farm, you could easily trade glass pane as well. So, those are 8 of the best starter farms that you could build in your survival world. Right now, you build these ones and you'll be set for success forever. Your favorite starter farm to build, let me know down below. Channel members, there is a world download out now, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye, friends.